Join me on page 127 in your big math book. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, a coordinate plane. We have to go over this vocabulary. This vocabulary is extremely important. Make sure that you're listening. If there's anything you don't understand, raise your hand and follow along closely. Okay, a coordinate plane is a plane formed by a horizontal number line called the x-axis. So this whole thing is a coordinate plane. Okay, this whole thing is a coordinate plane. It has an x-axis and a y-axis. This is what a coordinate plane looks like. Okay, the horizontal number line is the x-axis. So this line is x. This line going across is the x-axis. And a vertical number line called the y-axis. The y. Okay. I always had a hard time remembering which one was x and which one was y, until finally a teacher told me, just remember y in the sky. And for some reason that stuck to me. Y is always in the sky, so y is up. And then the other one is x, obviously. So you just have to remember which one of them is, and then the other one is the opposite of that. So as long as you remember y is in the sky, so y is vertical, up and down, then you'll remember that x is horizontal. Okay. The axes intersect at 0 on both number lines. The point where the axes intersect is the origin. This is the origin where the x-axis meets the y-axis. It's called the origin, and its location is 0, 0. That means it's 0 on the x-axis and it's 0 on the y-axis as well. So the origin is at 0, 0. Okay. An ordered pair is a pair of numbers such as 3, 2. So this would be an ordered pair right here. 0, 0 would be an ordered pair. 3, 2 would be considered an ordered pair. Okay, the first number is the x coordinate. X is always first, just like in the alphabet. X is the first number. So where you are on the x-axis is the first number. And then the second number is the y coordinate, where you are on the y-axis. Okay. So, for example, let's take a look here. Here is the point 3, 2. X is the first number, 3. So we always start at the origin and we move over 3 on the x-axis, because x is always the first one. And then how many do we move? 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the y is 2. So we move on the y-axis, which goes up and down. We move up 2 because it's positive. 1, 2. And this point is at the point 3, 2. Okay. Let me do another example. If I had a point, let's say right here, okay, I would have to move over 1 on the x-axis, so I'm 1 on the x-axis, and on the y-axis, the axis that goes up and down, I am up 4. So this point would be at 1 on the x-axis and 4 on the y-axis. So its point would be 1, 4. And notice when I'm finding that point, I always start at the origin. Okay, let's do one more. Let's say I had this point. So again, I always start with I start at the origin and I start on the x-axis. So to get to this point on the x-axis, I have to move to the left 1, 2, 3. So it's -3 on the x-axis. Remember, x is always first in our ordered pair. And on the y-axis, I have to move up 1, 2, 3. and that's positive 3. So this point is located at negative 3 on the x-axis and 3 on the y-axis. So the ordered pair would be negative 3, comma 3. Okay, remember, follow along. If you have any questions, raise your hand. Let's go down to unlock the problem. A screen in a video game shows a coordinate plane. So see, the screen on the video game looks just like our coordinate plane up top. Remember, this whole thing is a coordinate plane. Okay. The points P, Q, R, and S represent treasure chests. So here's point P, point R, point S, and point Q. Write the ordered pair for each treasure chest's location. That's what they're asking us to do. Write the ordered pair. So that means I'm going to be writing ordered pairs, and there's 4 treasure chests. So I'm going to have 4 ordered pairs. And remember, oh, sorry about that. The first number is always where you are on the x-axis. The second number is where you are on the y-axis. All right, find the coordinates of each point. To find the coordinates of P, start at the origin. Okay, move 2 units to the, so we start with x, we move 2 units to the left. So we're going negative. And we move up 1, 2, 3. Move 3 units up. So point P, and we'll label this point P, is located at negative 2 on the x-axis, 1, 2. We had to go 2 back. And then positive 3 on the y-axis, 1, 2, 3. Okay, point Q. Point Q is down here, so we start with at the origin and we start moving right or left first. So to get to Q, we have to move to the left, and we have to move 1, 2, 3 to the left. So that would be at negative 3. So that's our first number, and this is point Q. Then we can move up or down. In this case, we have to move down 1, 2, 3. See, it lines up with the 3 on the y-axis, and it's down, so it's negative 3. Okay, next one, point R. R is right here. We start at the origin. We first move right or left. In this case, to get to R, we have to move to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. And then we can move up or down. To get to R, we have to move up. How many? 1, 2, 3. So R is located at 4, comma 3. Okay, and lastly, point S. On the x-axis, to get to S, we don't need to move right or left. It's right below us. We don't have to move right or left. So it's 0. Now we're ready to move up or down. In this case, to get to S, we have to move down. And we move down 1, 2 places. That's point S. So S is located at 0 on the x-axis. We didn't have to move right or left to get there on the x-axis. And we had to move down 2 on the y-axis. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Again, if you have any questions, if you're not clear, ask the questions now. We're going to get into more complicated problems, so if there's anything about this that you don't understand, now is the time to clarify that. All right, see you on the next one. Thank you.